Scandinavian Bob here, hi. It is time for story number 27 in our NoFap success story series. And today's story comes from a 24-year-old medical student who has been fapping to porn since he was 14 and now, well, let's just jump in and start the story. Quote, social anxiety and low confidence was my whole life. I got into PMO at age 14, multiple times every day up until age 20. At age 20, I stumbled upon NoFap for the first time. And I had a streak of 45 days. Got terrible anxiety the whole time, but I did feel more energy. But I gave up and life continued to be bland and boring. Unquote. Okay, so he did experience a 45-day streak there in the beginning and says he did feel more energy, but his anxiety got worse. Yeah, in the beginning of a reboot, that is very common due to withdrawals. But as he says, he gave up on NoFap then. So let's see what happens to him next. Quote, continued to PMO for several years. Failed getting into medical school 2 years in a row. In 2015, I decided it was time for a change and kept a streak of countless days. I got my first girlfriend and had a huge social network. And I got accepted into medical school. The interview was a joke. Ended up breaking up with the girl due to distance, mutually, unquote. Okay, so after this streak with, as he puts it, countless of days, he saw a bit more success, got a girlfriend and got accepted into medical school. Let's see what happens next. Quote, fast forward to summer 2015. The closest person in my life was diagnosed with terminal cancer. I spent the summer looking after them and I think due to depression got back into PMO. Family member passed away in September. Depression continued. My first year of medical school absolutely sucked. I was PMOing the whole time. I had no drive for anything, didn't attend class. I had absolutely no girl interactions and my social network is quite weak. Took a month-long vacation after first year and totally gave up on PMO while there. People don't even recognize me now due to how extroverted I am, and I feel amazing. This stuff works if you have a serious problem like I did. Don't let people brainwash you into thinking it's 100% placebo. People here may overhype it, but it is undeniable. Been experimenting with NoFap for over 4 years and now I am here to stay. Never turning back and giving up my life to it again. There will be lows, especially during times of loneliness and grief, but we can't let it destroy us forever. Unquote. Okay, and so there ends today's story. I love how down to earth he is, and I like stories where they share both the ups and downs, as this guy did, as he shares how he fell back to it a few times before he really got serious there in the end. And then in the end he of course started seeing the most powerful benefits, and now he says he will never go back. He doesn't overhype it and just tells it like it is, that it sure worked for him and that it is not a placebo. And hey, the medical people of all people should know about things like placebo, right? And I mean, it's just bloody obvious. If you have a problem with porn and you manage to give it up, of course you're going to experience massive amounts of benefits, obviously. In part 28 of this series, I'm going to share a story from a urologist who cured his own ED by quitting his fapping sessions to porn, so consider subscribing for that. And for the other stories as well, that is coming out in the future in this NoFap success story series. And oh hey guys, if you are struggling with relapses, make sure to download my free 90-day no PMO guide using the link below. And if you're new here you can see my playlist with all the other stories in this whole NoFap success story series, so please check out those as well. This is Scandinavian Bob signing out for today, and remember, like Winston Churchill used to say, if you're going through hell, keep going.